All right, here's a short little video on section 1.1 for basic algebra. So we talked about evaluating expressions today. We dealt with different operations like multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, so we had different ways of writing it and the meanings. Multiplication has a lot of different ones. We have put them by each other. We use a dot, and or use parentheses, put them by each other, and use a dot. Division, we end up using a fraction or the divided by sign, and then plus and minus are pretty straightforward, okay? So to evaluate an algebraic expression, substitute a number for each variable and then perform the operations and simplify the result if necessary. So we said for this first one, n is equal to 3. So for every n we have, we're going to replace that with 3. So in the first one, I replace that n with a 3. Well, I have 13 times 3. Well, 13 times 3 is 39. Then we go to letter B, and we have 9 over 3. Well, that's 9 divided by 3, which just gives us 3. And here we have 3 minus 1. Well, 3 minus 1 gives us 2. Then we have 3 plus 8 equals, well, 3 plus 8 gives us 11. Okay, some extra practice for you to try on your own. In example 2, we are going to evaluate an expression in a word problem. Okay, so the total cost of seeing a movie at a theater can be represented by the expression A plus R, where A is the cost in dollars of admission and R is the cost in dollars of refreshments. Suppose we pay $7.50 for admission and $7.25 for refreshments. Find the total cost. So we end up seeing that our admission cost, is $7.50. Well, A is our admission, so we're going to look at $7.50 plus R, which is the cost of the refreshments, which we paid $7.25 for that. I'll say adding with decimals is a little easier when you do it vertically. So I'm going to set this up vertically over on the side here. I line up my decimal points, and then I just add straight up and down. 0 plus 5 gives me 5. 5 plus 2 gives me a 7. Bring our decimal down. 7 plus 7 gives us 14. Put my dollar sign, and that was our total cost of going to the movies. Okay. So we talk about expressions using exponents, okay? We have a base and we have the exponent. Well, the exponent means how many times we're going to multiply a number by itself. So in this case, we see we have a 4 as the exponent. Well, that means we have 3 4 times on the right. So we're going to look at how to write this in words and as a product. So when we're looking over here, we have 7. To the first power. So if we only have 1 7 here, that means our product is just 7 over here. And then we take the second one, or letter B, and we say, well, this is 5 to the second power. So that would be product of 5, times 5, because we have 2 here. That means we have 1, 2 over here, and that's the product for this one. Next one we have is 1/2 to the third power. So that would mean if I have a 3 over here, I have to write 1/2 3 times over here. And then that is our product for this power. Z is the base here. So we're going to say Z to the, and then we look at our power and say this is the 5th power. So that means we're going to take and write Z over here 5 times. And then I can make sure I get my dots nice and clear for you. All right. Some more guided practice. Once again, you can do those and come show them to me one day in class. We're going to evaluate some expressions now. Well, just like before, we're saying, well, x is equal to 2. So all we got to do is plug in 2 for x. Well, 2 is raised to that 4th power. Well, we talked about how this would be set up as a product as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Well, the easiest, or one easy way to show this is 2 times 2 is 4. We're going to take 2 times 4 to get to 8. 2 times 8 gives me, 16. So my final answer is 16. You can just come straight across, but I wanted to show you this to show you what I was really doing. Okay? On letter B here, we have n is 1.5. So that means we have 1.5 here raised to the 3rd power. Now, I may be a math teacher, but I am not a complete math whiz. So I want my calculator as 1/2 to the power of 3, or 1/2, actually, let's times 1/2 times 1/2. And if we do that, we get, oh, my bad, 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.5. We get 3.375. Make sure we're using the right numbers. I'll leave that in for you guys to laugh at me if any of you watch this video. Okay. If there are any questions, please come talk to me. I'm trying to show you a little bit as we go. I do have 3 more examples. If you want to come show me your answers to these, I will look at them with you. Okay? All right. We're going to talk about area and volume. So the area of a square is the side length times the side times the width, or length times width to get area, right? Well, in a square, it's the same thing. So we have a is equal to s to the power of 2. Same thing with a cube. S is all the same. So we basically can simplify our equations to v is equal to s cubed. So we're going to look at a storage cube. Each edge of the medium-sized pop-up storage cube shown is 14 inches long. The storage cube is made so that it can be folded flat when not in use. Find the volume of this storage cube. Well, if we're talking about volume, we're using the equation up on our right side here. Well, our volume will equal 14 to the power of 3. Well, we come over to our handy-dandy calculator. We go 14 times 14 gives me 196. I take it times 14 again, and I get my volume is equal to 2,744 inches cubed. And then I do have one more guided practice for you, but if you, like I said, if you have any questions, please come talk to me. Hopefully this is a little bit of a help, and I hope maybe you got a chuckle out of this.